Gunther explains Cody attack. Why Gunther attacked Cody. Gunther calls out Cody. Gunther versus Cody gets personal. Gunther reveals the truth. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. What really pushed Gunther to snap, and why did Cody Rhodes have to be the one to pay for it? And here's the bigger question nobody's asking: was that attack really about Cody, or was it about something much deeper that's been building for months? Alright, so let's talk about it, because when Gunther finally opened his mouth and broke his silence, it didn't just explain what happened, it made the whole situation even more uncomfortable. You know how sometimes in WWE, a guy attacks someone and then comes out the next week like, "I did it because I wanted to"? Yeah, this isn't that. This felt calculated. This felt personal. And honestly, it felt like we were watching a man who truly believes he did nothing wrong. And that's the scary part. So picture this. Cody Rhodes, the guy who fights with his heart on his sleeve, the guy who's all about legacy, respect, and finishing the story, gets blindsided. Not in a flashy, dramatic, over-the-top way, no, this was cold. Efficient. Almost surgical. And then, silence. No explanation. No rant. No "you people don't understand me" speech. Just nothing. And if you've watched Gunther long enough, you already know, when he's quiet, something is brewing. Now fast forward to when he finally speaks. And this is where things get interesting. Because Gunther didn't come out yelling. He didn't try to justify himself in some emotional breakdown. No, he stood there calm, composed, like a man explaining basic facts. And he basically said, in his own way, that Cody Rhodes represents something he cannot stand. Not hate. Not jealousy. Something worse. Disrespect for the sport. Yeah, let that sink in. Gunther sees himself as the embodiment of discipline. Of structure. Of what wrestling is supposed to be. Every chop, every match, every title defense, it's not entertainment to him, it's sacred. It's almost like he thinks he's protecting wrestling from becoming something soft. And in his eyes, Cody? Cody is emotion. Cody is storytelling. Cody is the guy who connects with fans on a human level. And Gunther looks at that and goes, "That's not enough." Now hold on, before you jump in the comments and start picking sides, just think about how wild that is. Because both of them are right, in completely different ways. And that's what makes this so good. Gunther didn't attack Cody because he's weak. He attacked him because he thinks Cody is being praised for the wrong reasons. That the crowd cheers heart over hardness. Story over structure. Basically, Gunther thinks Cody is everything wrestling is becoming, and everything it shouldn't be. And yeah, that's where things get messy. Because if you really listen to Gunther, there's this underlying frustration. Not the loud kind, the quiet kind that builds over time. The kind where you feel like you're doing everything right, but the spotlight keeps going somewhere else. You ever feel like that? Like you're putting in the work, doing things the correct way, and someone else is getting all the attention because they connect better? Yeah, that's Gunther right now. And don't get me wrong, he didn't say it like that outright. He's too composed for that. But it's there. You can hear it between the lines. And that's what made his explanation hit differently. Because it didn't feel like a storyline excuse, it felt like a belief. Now here's where I want to hear from you: do you think Gunther actually has a point? Or is this just him hiding behind discipline because he can't stand Cody being more loved? Drop that in the comments, I'm genuinely curious because this one is not black and white at all. And let's talk about Cody for a second, because this puts him in a very interesting position. Usually, Cody is the guy chasing something. Fighting through odds. Being the underdog with a mission. But now he's being questioned on a deeper level. Not his skill, his meaning. Gunther basically challenged the idea of what Cody stands for. That's not just an attack, that's a statement. And if Cody responds the way we think he will, emotionally, passionately, it might actually play right into Gunther's hands. Because Gunther wants that. He wants Cody to prove his point. See what I mean? This is getting layered. And I can't lie, this kind of storytelling is the stuff that sticks. Not just because of the matches we're going to get, which, let's be honest, are going to be brutal, but because of the psychology behind it. This isn't just I want your title or you attack me so now I attack you. This is philosophy versus emotion. Structure versus story. And honestly, I'm here for it. Also, quick side note, can we appreciate how Gunther doesn't waste words? Like, this guy could probably end an argument in 3 sentences and walk away while everyone else is still processing what just happened. Meanwhile, Cody would give you a full speech, a tear in his eye, and somehow make you believe in yourself again. Completely different energies. And that contrast? That's exactly why this works. Now, if you're enjoying this breakdown, go ahead and hit that like button. It helps push this kind of content out to more fans, and honestly, I'd love to hear more takes from different people on this. And if you haven't already, subscribe. Because if this storyline keeps evolving the way it's starting to, we're going to have a lot to talk about. So where does this go next? That's the real question. Because now that Gunther has explained himself, there's no going back. You can't unsay that Cody represents everything wrong with wrestling. You can't just shake hands after that. This is bigger now. And if WWE plays this right, this could turn into one of those rivalries people talk about for years. Not just for the matches, but for what it represented. Because at the end of the day, this isn't just about Gunther and Cody Rhodes. It's about what wrestling is, and what it should be. And yeah, that might sound a little dramatic, but look at the way this is unfolding. You can feel it building. Slowly, carefully, like something is about to explode. And when it does, yeah, it's not going to be pretty. Alright, I'm going to leave it there for now, but seriously, I want your take. Who's right in this situation? Gunther or Cody? Or is the truth somewhere in the middle? If WWE plays this right, this could turn into one of those rivalries people talk about for years. Not just for the matches, but for what it represented. Because at the end of the day, this isn't just about Gunther and Cody Rhodes. It's about what wrestling is, and what it should be. And yeah, that might sound a little dramatic, but look at the way this is unfolding. You can feel it building. Slowly, carefully, like something is about to explode. And when it does, yeah, it's not going to be pretty. Alright, I'm going to leave it there for now, but seriously, I want your take. Who's right in this situation? Gunther or Cody? Or is the truth somewhere in the middle? Drop your thoughts below, let's talk about it. And as always, thanks for watching.